then jump up as high as I can, barely catching the frame with the tips of my fingers. Using all my strength, I pull myself up, then swing my leg, catching the toe of my black platform sandal on the frame. Without a doubt, I look like an idiot, but when I get my leg over, I use that to pull me up, only to find myself squished between the roof and frame of the stall. Wiggling, I squeeze through the tight space, then drop my legs, and then look down as I hang there. It's not far, but I'm still about a half a foot off the ground. I let myself fall, and thankfully, I land on my feet, though my right ankle wobbles, causing enough pain to make me gasp. I limp over to the sink, then blink at my reflection in the mirror. My hair and my black body-hugging wraparound top is covered in dust. I glance down, finding my black jeans are just as dirty as the rest of me. Great. I wash my hands, then attempt to dust myself off, getting the worst of it before washing my hands again and leaving the bathroom. When I get back to the booth, Alec looks up at me from his plate that is already half eaten. I slide into my seat. I got locked in the bathroom.
I was wondering where you were. I was about to send a search party.
He laughs. My throat prickles with annoyance because he obviously didn't care enough about me being gone to send someone to make sure I was okay, or even come looking for me himself. This isn't gonna work, I mutter to myself, and turn to grab my cell phone along with my bag, then jerk my head around when his hand grabs my upper arm.
I didn't mean anything by that. I was just joking.
I know. I pull my arm back, then dig into my bag for some cash, finding two $20 bills. I place them on the table with him watching, then start to scoot out of the booth.
You're leaving?
Does it even matter if I'm here?
Of course it does.
Alec, we hardly see each other, and when we do, you're normally distracted by work or talking about it.
My job
is important. Believe me, I know. I tell him gently because I don't want to end things on a bad note. I mean, he is a nice guy. He's just not the guy for me. I'm sure I'll see you around. I get up and then, without sparing him another glance, I walk through the restaurant to the front door and out. Thankfully, I drove myself, since he was coming to dinner straight from work, so I head for my car that I parked in the lot just down the street. When I get behind the wheel, I ignore the excessive pings from the texts Alec is sending, turn on my engine, then back out of my parking spot. After I turn out of the lot, I hear the rumble of a motorcycle engine, and on instinct, I check my mirrors. With my heart in my throat, I watch as a black Harley, with its driver matching the bike in a black jacket and helmet, cut off the SUV that was behind me. With their shield down, I can't see their face, but I can tell the man driving is not a small guy. Still, no matter how big he is, riding a bike can be dangerous, and I'm half tempted to yell out my window that he should be more careful. I keep an eye on him in my rear view as I drive toward my condo, but when I'm halfway there, I spot the sign for a liquor store and decide at the last minute to stop and get a bottle of wine, so I'll have it for the bath I plan on taking as soon as I get home. I turn into the lot, noticing the motorcycle pass, then search for a place to park. I wander the aisles in the store, trying to figure out what I'm in the mood for. Merlot is normally my go-to, but there's something about a hot bath and rosé that goes together perfectly. After a good 10 minutes of debating, I end up getting both, then check out and leave the store with my bag in hand. As soon as I step outside, I notice two guys dressed similarly in jeans and hoodies with baseball caps. They're standing near the rear of my car next to a large black SUV with tinted windows. A prickle slides down my spine as they turn to look at me, and I'm half tempted to spin around and go right back into the store.
Hey, baby.
A deep voice calls out, and I look to my side, finding a man approaching me. A man that is dressed exactly like the guy on the Harley, minus the helmet. He's big, probably over 6 feet, with broad shoulders, dark hair that's cut low on the sides, longer on top, with a thick, well-trimmed beard covering the lower half of his face, and tattoos that I can see peeking over the collar of his shirt.
You didn't tell me you were stopping here.
My brows dart together, and I turn to check and see if there is someone behind me because I have no idea who he's talking to. When I turn back around, he's in my space, like all the way